Welcome everybody. Let's do some yoga together. And today I have for you a little play. Today I would offer you a playful practice because everything is so serious and changing and we don't know this and we don't know that. So what's left? What's left is to play with whatever is there, whatever comes. Let's play with it. So let's be playful in this practice. Come along with me and I challenge you to be very curious and to be very full of investigation. And even if I don't talk about an option, but your body says like, oh, I want to go there, your body goes there. So freedom in this practice. This is a practice where you have a conversation with your body. And that's about it. So move as if nobody's watching. Closing your eyes, taking a seat. Allow a deep breath to float in, to fill your entire body with space. Empty space, the empty space of yoga. And breathing out with a sigh. And you do that 2 more times. Breathing in, empty space. Come whatever comes. And breathing out with your out breath, you surrender. You surrender to whatever comes. Last breath in. And out. And now let's start to use the next in-breath to lengthen the crown of the head all the way up. Meeting your spine. And as you breathe out, you drop the hips strongly down. You drop them down, you let them meet the floor. You feel the support of the floor. Breathing in, space and length into the spine. Shoulder blades into the back, collarbones wide. And breathing out, dropping the hips all the way down, relaxing your groin, legs and feet. Breathing in a long extended spine, shoulders away from your ears so the neck is nice and long. And breathing out, surrender the weight of your body to the floor. Last breath in. And on the next out breath, you slowly open up your eyes. And let's start to play with stretching out your legs today. And let's look at your toes and your feet and let's start to move them. And there's no need to move them in a particular way. You just start to move your feet. Move your toes, maybe apart, maybe together. It doesn't matter. Move them. Actually start to almost imagine how you're not doing it, how your feet move themselves. And you just watch. And you allow them to go wherever they want to go. And maybe the legs will follow. Maybe you start to bring your weight a little bit back, or maybe you feel the legs want to open to the side. I don't know, maybe you want to stretch them out. Don't think about it, just allow your legs to wake up. Maybe you want to lift one, maybe you want to lift the other one. Don't think about it, just do whatever comes. And now you're meeting your hips, right? While the legs move, you meet your hips. So maybe start to greet your hips. Hey hips, maybe you want to make circles. And don't worry about the breath right now, we do that later. Just allow the body to move. Maybe you want to go the other way around. Maybe you feel, oh, I'd like to step out and lift and open my hip a little bit. Meet the hip better, and maybe you swing your legs around and you go for the other side. Anything that makes you meet your hips. Anything. Don't worry about how it looks. And now we're meeting the spine. Maybe you want to meet the spine. Maybe you want to move it around. Maybe you want to feel, if I bend it. Meeting your spine, waking up your spine. Maybe you feel like twisting. Maybe you feel like twisting the spine. Looking behind you. Maybe the other way around. Meeting your spine. Saying hello flow to the whole body, step by step, because when you start to move the spine, you might feel, oh, I'm moving my shoulders as well, so maybe now it's time for the shoulders. Maybe move your shoulders in any way that suits you. Maybe together, maybe apart. Maybe stretch them out. You can even close your eyes. Maybe meeting the sides of your body. Maybe meeting your entire arms now. Maybe you want to lean onto your hands a little bit, stretching the wrists a little bit, waking up the wrists. Maybe you want to stretch out the wrists more particular, give them some extra space. Maybe even pull the thumb towards you. It's all good, I'm just suggesting things, but whatever comes, whatever comes. And maybe your neck. Maybe moving circles with your head and your neck. And maybe the other way around. Anything goes. And then maybe move your face a little bit. Make a funny face, or maybe with your fingertips. You can even do that. Give your face or your head a little massage here. And then let's come all together. We've been working the body from down all the way up. Now let's use the fingertips and just tap the crown of the head. Bringing in some energy into our practice. Tapping the space underneath the collarbones. Actively tapping, waking up the system. We've been moving it, we've been warming it up. Now activating chest bone, the breastbone, sorry. And then the rib cage, just underneath the chest, just waking up the rib cage. Nice. Then bring your hands on opposite shoulders and you drag both. First one, shake out your hand, and then the other one. Shake out your hand, interlacing fingers, stretching out the body nice and long. Holding the breath for a short moment, looking up. And breathing out all the air out. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in, both arms up, looking up, holding the breath. And breathing out. Nice. Let's swing the legs back. Let's come onto your hands and your knees. Nice. Spreading out the hands really wide, wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Let's do a little bit more wrist work. So you turn your hands the other way around, allow the wrist to slowly drop. And if you can, the other one follows. Then you place the first one back to the front and the other one back to the front. Let's keep going. Like this, slowly, slowly. If it's too much to do them both at the same time, you do them apart. One more time. And this time, when they're both turned around, you stay there for a little moment and you move a little bit from the front to the sides. If you have the space, a little bit back, but you don't have to. Whatever is available for your wrists. Just waking up the wrists will need them in the practice, so waking them up. And then you turn them back to the front, curling the toes under now, sitting onto the toes, interlacing fingers behind you, shoulder blades together, drag your armpits down, opening up the chest, weight onto your toes, swing slowly from your left to your right foot, waking up the toes, waking up the chest, drag the shoulder blades away from your ears so the neck is nice and long. And then breathing out, slowly coming forwards. Hands and knees. Alright, now let's cultivate the breath, guys. Breathing in. Space into the body. And breathing out, pressing hands and feet strongly down. Breathing in, making space in spine, looking up. And breathing out, draw the belly in and up. Press the floor away. Super strong body. Breathing in, making space. And breathing out, press the feet down into the floor, lifting up the knees. If that's too much, you keep the knees onto the floor. Breathing in, ears and shoulders away from each other. And breathing out, pressing into the floor, lifting the knees. Nice. Then you come back onto the ground and you breathe in and you step the right leg back. And you breathe out, you step the left leg back. Breathing in, moving forwards. And breathing out. Breathing in forwards. And breathing out. Now stay here and you can start to play a little bit. Maybe move around from the front to the side, to the back. Maybe you feel, whoa, I want to bend my legs a little bit. You can definitely do that if you want to. And maybe lift up your right hand. And lift up your left hand. Lift up your right foot. And lift up your left foot. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, lift right foot. And breathing out, left foot. And again, breathing in, lift right arm. And breathing out, left arm. Breathing in, right arm, leg. And left leg. One more time, right arm. Left arm. Right foot. Left foot. Place the knees onto the ground. Curl the toes under. Stretch back into your child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathing in. And breathe out. Curl the lower belly in and up. Wave through the spine. Coming into your half plank. Shoulders away from your ears. And breathing out. Slowly coming down. Breathing in. Finding your cobra. Right arm back. And left arm back. Lift the right leg up. And the left leg up. Stay here on the in-breath. And stay here on the out-breath. And maybe as you are here, you can start to move a little bit. Maybe hover a little bit from side to side. Playing around with your arms, with your legs. Maybe bring your arms to the side. Maybe flexing the feet, stretching them. Maybe extending the arms to the front. Maybe swimming a little bit into the air and then slowly bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Breathing out. Breathing in, press the floor away. And breathing out, curling the toes under. This time you draw the lower belly in, you wave up to the spine, sitting onto your heels. Interlacing fingers, shoulder blades into the back, lifting the chest. And breathing out, coming forwards again. Take a deep breath in, right leg back. And breathe out, left leg back. And again, lift the right hand. Breathe out, left hand. Breathe in, right leg. Breathe out, left leg. Once again, breathing in, right. Left hand. Right foot. And left foot. One more breath in to stay on all limbs. And breathing out, knees onto the floor. Breathing in, lengthen through the spine, shoulders away from your ears. And breathing out, slowly coming down. One more time, lifting up the right arm, left arm, right leg, left leg. And again, a short play, just allow the body to go wherever it likes to go. Whatever works for your situation. Maybe lifting up more, maybe stretching around. Dare to explore your body today. And then breathing out, hands on the floor. Breathing in, press the ground away. Breathing out, curling the toes under, coming to sit, interlacing fingers. Opening the chest, shoulder blades away from the ears. And breathing out, coming forwards. Finding your hand and knee position. Breathing in, step the right leg back. Breathing out, step the left leg back. Once again, lifting the right hand. And breathe out, left hand. Lifting the right foot. And breathe out, left foot. Now both right hand and foot. And breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Whoops. And in. And this is where we want to go, guys. Maybe feel, whoa, I can go a little bit further. Maybe come into your side plank. Staying here now. Bring the breath into its own form. Breathing in, making space, lifting up. Maybe even bring the arm overhead. And breathing out, bring the arm all the way down. Breathing in, lift the arm overhead. And breathing out all the way down. Now if you have the space, you place the upper leg behind you. Coming to sit almost on the floor. Breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out, coming down. Breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out, coming down. Last time, breathing in, opening up the chest. Looking over your right shoulder, coming back into your high plank, rolling to the other side now. Nice. And again. Staying here, breathing in, arm all the way overhead. And breathing out slowly back. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. If you have the space, place the upper leg behind you, come close to the floor. And breathing in, opening shoulder blades into the back, away from your ears. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Last time, breathing in, arm all the way overhead, back into your high plank. Nice and long and strong. Placing the knees onto the floor. Breathing in, lengthen through the spine, shoulders away from your ears. And breathing out, slowly bending down. Breathing in, lifting the right arm. Maybe extend it all the way. Breathing out, lifting the left arm. Right leg, left leg. Extend, make space, make it your own. And breathing out, everything back onto the floor. Hands next to the ribcage, breathing in, press the floor away. And breathing out, now watch out, curl the toes under. Finding your downwards facing dog. And you play. You move around, you walk your legs. You go close to the floor. Or you press the floor away, whatever works for you, whatever your body needs right now today. And whenever you're a little bit more in your stable form, you lift the right hand. And you breathe out left hand. Breathe in right foot. Breathe out left foot. Breathe in right arm. And left arm. Right foot. And left foot. Maybe right foot and hands together. Maybe left foot and hands together. Playing around. Maybe right hand and left foot. And maybe left hand and right foot. And then maybe any movement that you want to make without you thinking about it. Maybe waving through the spine. Maybe anything else. Maybe twisting the spine. Finding your own freedom in movements. This is how you get to know your body, by moving it, walking the feet. Slowly now to the front of the room. Bending the legs pretty deep. This is almost like massaging your own body, right? Breathing in, lifting up, expanding, and breathing out. And here I dare you to move in any way that works for you. Breathing out. So maybe you want to make a twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Maybe to the other way. Breathing in and out. Maybe you want to open the chest a little bit here. And out. So let every in-breath lift you up in a way. And the out-breath drop you down in a way. All is well. Arms can go everywhere. Last breath in. And last breath out. You let go of your head now. Shake your head. And then you press the floor away with strong legs rolling up the spine. And you breathe in and you lift up your arms. You open the chest. And you breathe out and you dive all the way forwards. And you breathe in to come into your half lift. And you breathe out and you step the right leg back. Nice. Now again, let's play. So placing both hands on the inside and just start to move. Meeting your hip, meeting your hip. And you can play around with turning in circles, staying where you are. Maybe place the knee onto the floor if it's too much. You can still move when your knee is on the floor. Just playing around here. And then you walk the foot a little bit in. Nice. And you place the knee onto the ground now. You press the front foot down pretty strong, using the muscle of your leg, lifting up, opening up the chest, and breathing out, coming forwards. And you continue breathing and lifting up. And here as well, let's play, let's be playful, breathing out. Maybe you feel like, oh, I want to open a little bit to the side. Then you do that. Maybe you feel, oof, I want to open a little bit to the other side. Then you do that. Maybe you feel, oh, I want to interlace my fingers. Open the chest. Maybe you want to keep them there as you come forwards. So feel free to use the in-breath to open and the out-breath to come back again. Now, let's do that one more time. Breathing in. And then breathing out, both hands on the inside of your foot again. Walk the foot out a little bit again and curl the back toe under, stretching out the leg. And maybe by now you want to place your forearms onto the ground. If the ground is far away and if this is not happening, don't worry, you keep your hands here. Make sure that it's about the hips. You want to bring the hips closer to the floor. So if the hips are up, then why should you bring your elbows down, right? It's about the hips. And when the hips are down and you still have space, well, then you can bring the arms down as well, just to make some space. Now let's play a little bit. Nothing serious, and you can stop any time. But maybe you can bring your left arm underneath the right knee. Maybe you can stretch the other arm out as well. Maybe you can let them hold each other. Maybe place your hands back onto the ground, playing around and stepping back into your downwards facing dog. Moving, being still, take a child's pose. It's all well. If you want to go for a vinyasa, be my guest. You can do that any moment that it feels appropriate. Even in your vinyasa, you can play, right? You can play around, meeting your body, finding your way, and then you can step, or maybe you want to jump forwards, breathing into your half lift, breathing out, folding forwards, breathing into fly back up, follow the crown of your head, and breathing out, hands together, breathing in, lifting the arms, and breathing out, diving forwards. Breathing in, coming into your half lift. Now let's step the left leg back. And again, we take our time to play. And we play to meet ourselves. When you move, you have time to actually feel. Hey hips, hey feet, hey legs, how are you doing? Oh, there I have space. Oh, there I don't. It's all good. Finding out for yourself, whenever you feel ready, you walk the foot a little bit in, place the back knee down, press both feet into the ground, breathing and lifting up, opening, and breathing out, coming forward. And you keep going, right, in your own way. So if you feel like, oh, I want to open here a little bit, you do that. If you want to keep doing what you're doing, that's perfectly fine as well, right? If you want to interlace fingers, lifting, opening up, maybe even coming forwards. You can do all of that. You can do all of that. Breathing in and breathing out. Placing both hands on the inside now, walking that right foot a little bit out. And maybe now finding even more depth into your hip. And maybe not, and maybe you stay here. Perfectly fine. But if you have the space, go for it. That's the whole thing about yoga, right? You want to respect your limits, but you can definitely be curious. What is behind that limit? You can be curious, opening up the space. Maybe your hands are still on the ground, it's fine. Maybe curl the back toe under again, powering up your legs. Strongly pressing them into the floor. Maybe bring the right arm underneath the right shoulder. Now if you are okay with letting go of the left hand, then you first keep on pressing, pressing, pressing. Both feet super strong into the floor. You want the legs to take over. And when the legs do, then the arms can just lift. And maybe you can interlace fingers. And maybe you can reach the crown forwards and the left heel to the back. And then maybe it's enough and you place the hands back onto the floor, stepping into your downwards facing dog, just playing around. Just playing around, finding your down dog. Breathing here for a few breaths, just allowing the body to settle back in. And then you breathe out, knees onto the floor. Let's take a short child's pose, feet together. Allowing the forehead to lean onto the ground. Listening to the rhythm of your own breath. Let it soothe you. And then you draw your lower belly in and up. You roll up through the spine, lifting your body up. And let's do another plane. Bring your hands to the ground. Keep the toes curled under and press yourself back onto your feet. Your knees go out, your heels go in. Placing the hands onto the ground. Now spreading out your hands really, really wide so that the whole hand touches the floor. Now we're not going to do crow, but we're going to do a variation. This is just a weight game. We're going to play, 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 nothing else. Don't even think about a form. It's not about the form, it's just about playing. So press the elbows in the inside of your knees. Now you want to bring the weight forward. So first play a little bit, bringing the weight forwards and backwards. And forwards and backwards. And dare, you don't have to lift anything off the floor, but just dare to lean forwards. Dare to bring your weight forwards. As if you want to almost give the floor a kiss. Not really, just moving there. And dare to give the weight of your chest to the front. Bring the weight of the chest to the front. Now, once you're a little bit familiar here, make sure that you don't look down, because when you look down, you will fall down. The moment that you're in the front, dare to lean forwards, look forwards. If you look forwards, you won't fall. So keep your look forwards, but the chest aims for close to the ground. Now maybe as you're here, you can lift one leg, maybe the other one. It's just a weight game. There is nothing that needs to be achieved. Maybe you find a balance, maybe you don't, but dare to play around. Let's give it one more try for yourself without any expectation. Dare to lean forwards. That is really the trick. And then you slowly take a seat, soles of the feet together. Just close your eyes for a moment. Allow the breath to settle. And then slowly opening up your eyes. Let's do one more play. Last play. Let's come back. Once again, same pose. This time the elbows do touch the inside of your knees, but your hands come together first. Shoulder blades away from your ears, long neck, making space. If this is hard, you can lift up your heels. Don't worry, we're not going to stay here long. It's not about this pose. Now you place the hands onto the ground and you start to lift the hips a little bit up. You wiggle your shoulders underneath the knees and you place the hands onto the floor. Now we're not going to do crazy, so don't worry. Just sit your hips down again. Just sit your hips down. So really sit as if you lean onto your own arms. As if your upper arms are little chairs for your upper thighs. That's actually it. Now bring the weight down and maybe you can lift up one foot. And maybe you can lift up the other one. And maybe you can cross them and make yourself a little hammock. Just being here, just playing around. And even when you're here, you can move the weight a little bit from left to right, swing it. Just playing around. And then sitting your hips down, bringing the soles of the feet together. And let's take a little butterfly here. Allowing the upper body to completely relax. Relaxing your face, your jaw and your ears. Relaxing the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders. Even relax your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms. Relax your wrists, both your hands and all your fingers. Feel how the breath fills your entire back. And relax both hips. Feel the ground underneath them. Relax the upper legs, lower legs, your ankles, your feet, and all the toes of your feet together. And then you slowly roll the body back up. You place the feet onto the ground. And you slowly round down into your Shavasana pose. Any version of Shavasana that works for you. Legs a little bit apart, arms a little bit away from the body. And then let's allow the breath to float in through the nose. And open the mouth and just, you do that 2 more times. And then we'll start this Shavasana with a little pranayama. And then we'll start this Shavasana with a little pranayama. Allow the breath to float in through the nose. And on the out breath, you gently open your lips just a tiny bit. And you let the breath float away through gently pursed lips. Making the out breath a little bit longer. In through the nose. And out through a little bit of space just in between your lips. Allowing all the heat and the effort of this practice to leave the body now. And then you let go of this pranayama. And you allow the entire body, every single cell of your body, to relax now. And you can stay here as long as you like. advise you to do so. At least for 10 minutes. Thanks for watching.